Hopefully that's better. There we go. All right, cool. I forgot that I put my mic into mute mode. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Thank you for that, Zero. Thanks for pointing that out to me. I would have been going on forever. Get the chat back on. Mic is muted. Alright. I think I'm good. I think I'm good to start drawing. Sure, I guess. Well, I can turn the mic back off. I can just move my lips into the wind. Oh, precious, precious coffee. I haven't had one in about... Did I have one yesterday? I did have one yesterday. But it was like, I think 3 days before that I didn't have one. So this thing says I got 13 days left on my Indiegogo campaign. We're 15 backers away from hitting the 100 mark, which is pretty awesome. One of the good things is we've hit our funding goal, which means that we'll be able to go into what's known as in demand, which allows the Indiegogo to go into like a store, and that can stay open as long as possible right until the fulfillment date. So that'll help out with everything in the long run. And it'll give ample time for people that weren't able to contribute to the project, more than enough time to hop on board. Yeah, Indiegogo, it's like Kickstarter. And that's where I have my current comic book project available. And that's it right there. And if you go check it out, you can go see the full trailer that's available on there. You can actually see the trailer here, but you can actually go listen to it over there. Or I could pop it up on here and just turn the music off. Alright, and I'm hoping to get this outlined by the end of today so I could start coloring it. I plan on doing... I'm kind of torn between whether I should do like full painted colors or just like a nice cell shaded version of all this. I think I might go for the cell shaded version. Just to speed it up a little bit. Because if I do digitally painted like full paints, it'll take forever for me to do it. Oh, that's not... I hate to hear that, Zero. Let's see, we got Alfred Jones that popped up in my messages right now, and he's asking if... Can I ask permission to advertise my GoFundMe page in my comic book? Yeah, sure. Oh, why not? I'll bring it up. It is what it is. Well, hopefully, Zero, that you got some stuff lined up, man, because that's very unfortunate, and I hope that you have a couple buddies or something that can help you out. Now with Alfred here, Alfred just messaged me, and I'll bring up his campaign super quickly. There's lots of avenues that can help you out, man. Like, worst comes to worst is always agencies, and, well, depends where you are. You're gonna have to do a little bit of quick research to see what's up. I'm just gonna get a hold of Alfred here quickly and see if he's got a link for me. Hopefully it's not too choppy, unfortunately. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm just working on the project here. I want to get this double-page spread done. As soon as I get that done, then I can start hopping on to doing the pages again. Which, unfortunately, have kind of slowed down. One of the things with doing these campaigns is they're very, very time-consuming. You don't realize how much, like, weird little internet legwork you got to be doing, and next thing you know, it's like hours and hours have gone by. Which is one of the reasons why I'm live streaming again a bit more, just because it's easier. I can be like, here I am, this is what I'm doing, and if anybody wants to come watch, you know, this is where they can come watch. And if they have the questions about the project, it's easier for me to answer in person than spending any time on Twitter typing away, because I type like a... well, I type like me, and it's horrible. Yeah, Zero, I hope things turn around for you real soon, man. It's one of those things where, you know, as bad as things may seem, it could turn around in a heartbeat, man. So I'll make sure I'm not losing anybody in the chat. Let's see how badly my computer's dying. Oh, actually, that's not bad at all. That's strange. Last time I did this, it was like redlining everywhere. So this is good. Well, apparently Alfred's not getting back to me on this, so... that's all good, Zero, man. Like I said, you got more important things that you got to worry about right now, so focus on that stuff. Get that stuff lined up. Alright. Yeah, I've never really seen a GoFundMe for a comic book project. It's usually like an Indiegogo for it. I'm just gonna add a window. To my OBS here. see here. Click on that. Nope, that doesn't seem to do anything except black me out. That didn't work at all. Let's try this quickly. Don't mind me, I'm just... Oh, you know what? It might not be letting me do this because I've already started the stream. Right, OBS can be weird that way. Forgot about that. Yeah, it won't let me do that. Bummer. Let's see, let's just switch this to rather than game capture. Sorry about this, I was hoping to draw a little bit more, but this will actually set stuff up for me a little bit down the road anyway, so. Got that, got that, got that. Oh, what did I just do? Son of a... Did I wreck everything? Alright, this is just officially turned into a pain in the ass. Alright, well, unfortunately, I can't do the thing I wanted to do. Unfortunately, Alfred, I cannot show it. OBS is not letting me do what I want to do right now, so... But, if anybody's interested, go check out the Green Tempest, which is on GoFundMe right now. It's live, it's got a goal of $3,000. Just started, and it's 2 days in, and it's reached it's got $35 into it so far. So if you want, go check that out. Okay, I see. Okay, so I'm gonna lock all these other ones here. Alright. Alright, now I should be able to show it. There we go. Bloop. So yeah, go check it out. There it is, Green Tempest. Yeah, weird. Never really seen the GoFundMe aspect for a campaign. Yeah, usually you used to see in a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo. But yeah, go check it out. And since we're plugging stuff, here's mine. This is KAYAS, A Story of Blood and Stone. And yeah, we've got 13 days left. 85 backers. We're 15 backers away from hitting the 100 backer milestone, which is awesome. We are $594 away from hitting the first stretch goal, which is the trading card stretch goal. And we got a bunch of cool features. We've got the Ultimate Art Collector. This is all the art that I'll be doing. Sketch cover, pencil sketch card, 8x10 finished ink drawing, wood print, and then you have the sketch cover plus book, wood print plus book, 2 books. This is the best deal if anybody's interested. This is literally a buy one get one at half price, so if you and a buddy want to hop in on issue 1, this is the best way to go about it. And then the single issue right there, and like I said, I'm working on the perk right now for the email subscribers. Alright. Now I can get rid of that. We can get back to drawing. Hey, what's shaking? Yeah, sorry Zero, I missed your questions there. Never done tattoos? Yeah, I was a tattoo artist for almost 20 years. How you doing, Sean? Yeah, I was busy trying to figure out some stuff with OBS there. Finally got it figured out. Hope you're doing well, man. Alright, let's get back to this. Cranking out the work, but I'm good. Nice to see you on. Yeah, man, I'm trying to make a small concerted effort to get back online again. Now that the campaign is underway, the campaign is funded. Now I can kind of just bang the drum, so to speak, on live streams. So yeah, I saw the Captain America piece that you did with Iron Man. That was looking dope, man. Going to share your stuff this week. Oh, thanks, man. Doing the Thor part tonight? Awesome. Got that. Let's see, do I want to do all the background right now? No. Alright, Zero, man. Take it easy. Like I said, chin up. Things will get better, dude. I'm gonna grab a copy next few days. Oh, it's awesome. Thanks, man. Thank you, Zero. There we go. see, let's bring this into actual full size here. Where is it? View as print size. Do I have it set up for view as print size? I hope so. Andrew, hey, we're checking, man. Hope you're doing well. Don't mind the black screen weirdness right now. It's just thinking. Hopefully I'll be launching your campaign. Oh, right on, man. Yep, everybody's launching their stuff right now, man. Which is awesome. Finally caught a live stream. Yeah, I've just started getting back into it. I figured I might as well hop back onto live stream, start promoting my stuff again, at least personally. Trying to get out to as many people as I can. Especially running into the last 13 days of the campaign here, so trying to hop on as many live streams as I can with whoever will have me on for Twitter, Twitch, all that kind of stuff. So, Sean, I've been working on a bunch of commissioned color work and decided to take my time on my comic. Yeah, man, there's no need to rush into it. That's a mean-looking chicken. Yeah, that is Trigger the chicken. Where's my pencils? That's background pencils. This is background sketch. Alright, so I can go over top of that. Those are those guys. I can just add another layer. I've actually been working pulled back quite a bit on this stuff. Like not working like really up close with it. Like right now I have it set, I don't know if you guys know this with Clip Studio Paint, but you can actually set it so whatever quote-unquote piece of paper you're working on, when you set it to print size, it'll actually show up on screen as the actual size if it were a piece of paper, which is super duper handy. Clip Studio is so damn good. I love the textures. Oh man, I know. Clip Studio is hands down the best drawing program I've ever used. Yes. I'm gonna get in here. She's got thin eyebrows. Yeah, and there's so many like little things with Clip Studio Paint that like I guarantee I haven't even come close to unlocking all the stuff it can do. There's an artist, he goes by Ken, I think it's Kendry Draws on YouTube, and he's got a lot of cool tutorials specifically for Clip Studio Paint, and he's kind of sussed out weird little tricks that it can do. Again, it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, that doesn't help me per se, but it might help somebody that's maybe in like game development, because apparently you're able to project, almost like project map onto 3D objects. I think there's a way to do it directly through Clip Studio Paint. He's got a tutorial on it. He explains it much better than I can right now. I usually just use blue line template, keep the comic book feel authentic. Yeah, I did the Captain Iron Man 6. Yeah, man, it's it looked awesome, especially with all the background textures and stuff that you put in. Let's see, what side am I going to have my light coming from? I think I'll have it come from this side. So fun, yeah. I actually use like eight different brushes. That's another thing I love about Clip Studio Paint, is just all the brushes that you have available to you. Let's see, Maya's eyes are kind of more fox-like. Yeah, that's so many things that are stock instead of having to download that shit. I know. Well, plus the whole avenue of making your own brushes as well. Like, I made a snake scale brush that I have up on Gumroad, and made that specifically for tattoo artists. And, man, I wish I would have had that thing when I was still tattooing, because that would have saved me so much time. Yeah, there's a couple tricks that you need to know with it. Just because of the way the brush engine is set up, it's not set up the same way as Photoshop. Like, if you're trying to make colored brushes, you have to work in black and white. That way you can assign the color to the black and white. But you can also make dual brushes, so you'll have two colors, and then you can adjust the mix and pitch between them, depending on, I think, pressure and speed. I think that's a couple of the ways that you can adjust it. Let's see, she's got a bit higher cheekbones, and then they cut into... I've always been traditional till this year, been using my tablet way more. Yeah, man, tablet, like, I love traditional, but at the exact same time, there's so much more you can do digitally. But then again, you know, if you just treat it all as a tool, whatever tool gets the job done. At least that's the way I view it. But I also come from the mentality of, what, you know, how can I put this? However you need to get to the end result, that's what's more important. As long as the end looks awesome. Because nobody cares about your personal journey and how you got there. Especially when it comes to art. Nobody gives a crap if you've spent, you know, 15 hours getting the hand just right. Because when somebody looks at it, they're like, cool, hand, and they move on. Nobody wants to hear about, you know, your trials and tribulations and the blood, sweat, and tears you put into getting that hand just right. Because somebody just looking at it, it's just a hand. Yeah, that's something I learned very quickly in the tattoo world. Like nobody gives a rat's ass on how you're, you know, how you got to the end result. It's just like, is it cool? Can I have it? It's just much more forgiving. Yeah. You know, like I use reference all the time. Like especially if I'm drawing something that's giving me a lot of trouble, I'll try it for like maybe like half an hour struggling through it. And if it gets to the point where I'm just like, screw it, I'm either going to use a 3D model or I'm going to use photographs of myself in the position that I need and adjust it from there, and just do like a quick sketch over. And then from there, I'll screw around with like the transform tool and stuff like that. Like I said, anything to get the job done. Yeah, I have absolutely no problems with that. My personal feels on stuff. I'm just like, man, it's taking too much time. I'm closer to the end than I am to the beginning. The sooner I can get this done, the more story I can tell. At least that's my morbid way of looking at stuff. It's just like this race against the, you know, the mortality clock. How much of this story can I get finished before whatever happens, happens? I agree, there's no shame in reference. Oh, yeah. Let's see, how many years were you a tattoo artist? Andrew? 19 years. Yeah, I spent 19 years tattooing. Great job. No other job like it. I miss the craziness of it. But that's about it. A lot of the other stuff I can do without, like day to day worrying about, you know, making sure my procedure is perfect, make sure my, you know, sanitation, my cross contamination is perfect. That way, you know, I'm protecting myself and my clients. Hope you finish the story. Don't leave us hanging like George R. R. Martin. No. Hopefully not, man. Yeah, I'm looking at a couple different avenues of how to possibly speed up the process as well. Because I firmly believe that there's a way that you can incorporate 3D aspects into your comic book, but not have it look shitty. You know, if you know what I mean. A lot of times when 3D gets incorporated, it can look hokey, it can look bad. But things like Blender are getting so goddamn good. I don't know if you've seen some of the comic book shaders that Blender has been, or people have been making in Blender. I had a dude shit talk about the fact that I modeled Cap and Thor after Iron Studio statues, and yet the biggest names in the industry do the same thing. Oh yeah, no, people, there's this weird disconnect when it comes to art and using references and stuff like that. It's like, man, the pros, they all use reference. There's a really good talk with, I can't remember who it is, he's the guy in charge of a concept art studio, and he does a really good breakdown of where your art is, where you need to go, how long it's going to take to get there, and you will plateau. And he's like, you hit a point where you could only do so much work that's paying, that you're actually getting income from, and you can't push any farther beyond it, and then it becomes a matter of speed. And anything that you need to do to pick up that speed, especially in the concept art environment, he's like, dude, we use 3D models for everything. Let's see, what do we got here? Especially with the Blender being free. Yeah, Blender's awesome, man. But too many people make really shitty looking comics in Blender. See, that's what I'm talking about. There is a way to do it. And I think part of that way is using Blender and drawing over it and just erasing out what you don't need. By the way, I really liked your Battle Making Luckle Bomb entry. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that was a fun piece to do on the drawn and quartered. And then I went to the pros, and then we had to draw Mad Max, and I blew it. I was just like, Mad Max? Oh, this is gonna suck. It's like, I had nothing for it. Which I thought was pretty funny. So you know who does real sweet looking 3D cell comics? Clayton Crane. Yeah, that stuff's dope. I gotta pull up my reference here. There we go. There she is. How long are you gonna be on for? Probably a couple hours. I wanna really get into this. Try and get as much of this done as possible. Because this is for the secret perk. And then after I'm done this, I'll be able to hop back onto doing pages again. So I got 30 pages done, and I want to get those all nailed and dialed before I have to go back to work, which will be sometime this month, or sometime next month. I mean, I'll have to go back on the job hunt. But I'm going to go for a regular job. I'm not going to look for an art job. See if I can find a job like making pizzas or something like that. Something mentally low cost. Let's see. I have to do some stuff, but I'll try to come by. I'll leave your scale up there. Oh, thanks, man. It's gotta do just enough of Maya. I guess I can have Wesa here, have his arm kind of in the back like this. I was gonna check on my overall stream life here. Make sure it's not dying too bad. Alright, no drop frames, frame rate seems to be good, upload seems to be fine. Alright, yeah, awesome. Twitch is looking good. Alright, excellent, excellent. Let's see, maybe I could have my, holding like the lasso. Actually, it might be better to have her holding it over here. That's really close to the spine, though. If that's the case, I'd rather have her holding it like so. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get onto some of the bigger shows before the end date here in a couple days. But it's not part of the plan, as it were. If it happens, it happens. If not, I gotta treat everything as if it's all on my back, which I think is how you should treat all this stuff. Because realistically, that's how it should be. Have you been on EVS? If not, it's time for August done so we can get back to more live streaming. No, I haven't been on EVS's yet. Yeah, it's one of those things too where you know you can't bank on the big shows at all. If it, like I said, if it happens, it happens. That's awesome. But if not, it's no big deal. But it's good that he finally got Cyberfrog in the bag. Once that's completed and said and done, it'll make a lot of people much happier once it's in their hands. I gotta draw a Cat Master now. Oh. Cat Master Lee's got these very, very sleepy eyes. And there's a reason for that. Hey, Lady Celtic Moon, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today as we head into this weekend. Hey, Scott. I think that's the chicken my wife's baking. Father, and he's mad. Who's mad? The chicken? Let's go check my reference for Cat Master Lee. He's kind of scruffy looking. He's got his little frumpy upset lip. And he's got his big ol' mustache style whiskers. Big old cat beard. And Cat Master Lee, he stinks. Like, I don't know if you've ever smelled like like, how can I put it? Like a serious funk when somebody walks by, you know? It's like nerd funk, but like to the max. That's what Cat Master Lee smells like all the time. Just watching if you don't mind. Typing's not my best way to communicate. Oh yeah, it's no problem, no problem. Zoom out. I gotta drop this blue line a little bit more. It's a little too harsh for what I'm liking right now. There we go. That's better. Now we can zoom back in. Old Cat Master Lee. One of the torturous things about doing this project is there's so much fun stuff down the road, but I literally gotta get there. And that's gonna take some time, to say the least. Let's see, and his robe goes the opposite direction than the Niddo's robe. And it's actually pretty big. Alright, cool. Now I can hop over to Nitto. Turn this sideways just a little bit, just to get a bit more head on. Are you doing the coloring too? For this, I'll be doing the coloring on it, but the rest of the comic book, it's all black and white. So for the secret perk, which is this is the only color that's going to be involved whatsoever, and that's just the full wrap virgin cover. But yeah, I'll be doing the coloring. I think I'm going to go with like a cell shaded color for it. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to do a painted version of it, but that'll just take me too long, and I really want to get back into doing the pages. Yeah, but I do want to make it like a nice kick-ass cell shade, so I gotta do a little bit of research and find a couple styles that I like. It's one of the other reasons why I'm not doing color for the entire project, is because I'm not dead set on a coloring style yet. I've had people be like, oh, just hand it off to somebody. I'm just like, no, I'm very particular as to how I want the end result to look, and if I'm not sure how I want that to look, it's no point in handing it off to somebody. Because then it's just, you know, it's almost a waste of time and money on their part and my part to be like, do I like this or not? Yeah, I remember yesterday you said it was going to be colored. Yeah. This will be colored at least. Output. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, it looks like my Facebook looks like somebody's taking a crap all over the live stream. That's unfortunate. And hopefully over time too, I'll start picking up speed when it comes to drawing this stuff. Because like right now I'm still, as funny as it sounds, like even though I was an artist tattooing for 20 years, I never really got a chance to develop a quote-unquote style of my own. Like yeah, there's stuff that'll like kind of like seep through naturally, but as far as like a definitive, oh, this is Ryan Cardinal's work, never really got a chance to develop that. Just because with tattooing, I kind of came up in the last eras of the old school traditional tattooing, where you had to be kind of adept at everything that came through the door. So if somebody wanted a portrait, you had to do portraits. Somebody wanted Japanese, you did Japanese. Somebody wanted flowers, you did flowers. So it was good for making it a well-rounded learning experience, but as far as like getting into the nitty-gritty of like how I like my stuff to look, I never felt that I got to that point. Which is another reason why I ended up switching goals and careers toward comic books, is because this is something that I would rather be pursuing for the the rest of my art career, as it were. Because I found with tattooing, it just ends up you're just polishing those skills that you've acquired to that point, and that's it. It's just like how good can I become at rendering, and that held no desire for me whatsoever. As where the art of storytelling, I can go into that until my dying days and never come close to being anywhere near the end. So as far as a journey goes, it's something that holds way more true to me than the ability to continually render something until it looks just like something it's supposed to look like. Like, oh wow, you did an apple, and it looked like an apple. Good job. Yeah, the desire of that left pretty quick once I figured out. I was like, oh, I could do this in black and gray, and I could do this in color and tattooing. Well, that hurdle and milestone is done. Now what? Let's see, Willie is almost done with his fender bunny. I think he doesn't seem to be in a hurry. Do you know Andre Ballard? He's amazing in Photoshop. If you want some color, he's totally awesome. No, I don't think I know Andre. I gotta start drawing this stuff kind of like the way that I want to just attack it on the page. Quicker, shorter bursts. Although that's not Nito's face. It's close, but it's not quite it. But it is an upshot, though. Yeah, it's interesting doing the Kickstarter stuff, or not Kickstarter, Indiegogo stuff. I should say just crowdfunding stuff in general. Just because, especially with this one, I kind of want to see how much time, effort, energy, all that stuff from doing the one project takes. And then from that, I'll be able to kind of gauge a lot better for the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. This is left hand, so that's fine. Yeah, there are tons of killer colorists out there. One of the ladies that I was working with doing storyboards, I was trying to tell her, it's just like, yeah, man, like, comic book coloring's like a legit gig. If you get into it and you know, find your stride, like, you'll have no shortage of work. And it's funny, because, like, she's a colorist for animation. And she's like, what? Really? I was like, that's a thing? I was like, yeah, dude. Like, you're literally just coloring comic books. And her work is, like, ridiculously good. But then again, you know, it breaks down to, like, what are the things you're interested in? What do you want to do? And that's one of the reasons why I'm probably just going to get a regular Joe Schmo job here for the next couple months. Really hoping I find something that's kind of mindless. You know that scene in American Beauty where Kevin Spacey goes up to for the job interview and it's like, give me the job with the absolute least amount of responsibility? That's kind of where I'm at. I'm not here to climb up your corporate ladder. I'm not here to do your, like, steal your job. I don't care about any of that. Just here to work. Tell me what to do. Let me go stack boxes. Bring people in. It's not rocket science. I'm sure he'd be happy to hook up with you, though. Yeah, unfortunately, like, we can hang out and stuff, but I'll have no work for him. Since it's all going to be black and white. No plans for color in the immediate future whatsoever. I might have to bring this in a little bit more. It's a little too out. Time to find some dinner. Good stuff, man. Have a good one, everybody. Until next stream. Alright, Andrew, thanks for popping by, hanging out. Always appreciated. Oh, poor Facebook. Just looks like complete turd. It's very unfortunate. Oh, that's why. That's why it was looking like hot garbage. It was just set to auto and it was like 144p. It's like, oh, rough. Okay, that looks, yeah, 1,000 times better. Alright, I gotta zoom out here. Let's see, how far down is it? Actually hugs his body quite a bit. Well, I hope everybody has some awesome weekend plans ahead for them. I can always shrink this down a little bit. That's really close to the bleed edge. You know, that's fine if his elbow's sticking out a little bit. Nope, just staying home. That's exactly what I'm doing too. Staying home, working on this. Like I said, hopefully I can get this drawn up, finished, posted. And then I can get back onto drawing the pages. Alright, that works enough for right now. I just want to keep moving. Might as well save this before anything bad happens. Oof. Alright. I don't know what it is lately, if anybody else has been experiencing this with Facebook, but like it doesn't matter what browser I'm on, what I'm doing, it'll crash consistently. Okay, well, everything's kind of mellowed out again. Alright, cool. Alright, back to drawing. So I got Catmaster, I got Nitto, now I gotta get Sisek the Snake in there. So let's bring this back to normal. Let's get him up here. Oh, that's not it. Those are background characters. Alright, there he is. Alright, I'm faded out pretty good. Actually, I gotta pull up the reference for him too, because he's got a couple like little key unique features. He's got like his little eyebrow ridges. Yeah, I've had that before while playing games. Yeah, it's I think ever since they kind of like apparently they're bleeding subscribers like crazy. I just watched a Tim Pool thing where apparently they just shut down something like 2 billion fake accounts or something like that. It's like, eesh. File open. Where is my snake? There is my snake. Open my snake. There he is. Oh, he's so cute. That's one of the funny things. Is like I chose 2 animals that are like super hard to make emotive: a chicken and a snake. And the other thing too is I didn't want to Disneyfy them at all, because I was just like, oh yeah, let me just look at what Disney's done with it. And I was like, that's not what I want to do with them at all. I think part of it is I made his eyes bigger. And he's got these little ridges that I put on above his eyes. And those can be kind of like used as his eyebrows for expression. And he also has like these kind of like skull markings around his mouth, and those will also be signifiers for like emotion and stuff like that. I think I had 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one's there. How do you mean, like manga type? Yeah. He's also got his little M mark on his head. And that can be manipulated in different ways to convey emotion as well. He's got his little diamond in the middle of his forehead. Yeah, it's funny, I was, when I was originally conceiving all this stuff, I was like, man, I gotta draw a snake over and over again? That's gonna be a pain in the ass. But I was like, oh yeah, I could just make him black. That way I only have to do belly scales and just like a little bit of a signature of top scales. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes it 1,000 times easier. That classic working smarter, not harder. Because originally he was supposed to be like diamondback colored. But then if I was going to do it all black and white, he works better if he's all black. He'll stand out better. Plus then I can make all the black snake jokes if I want. Now, usually, I don't like this is kind of like a, you're not supposed to do this when you're drawing snakes. You're not supposed to have the head finalize on itself. It's always good to have it, like, completely separate and away from its body, because then it holds the silhouette better. Unfortunately, I don't have the room for that. Yeah, I do. You know what? I could probably pull him right here and have a better silhouette. I think I'll do that. I think that works out a lot better now that I actually look at it. It's one of those things when you're designing something you don't really realize until you actually have a moment to be like, wait a minute, I got lots of space. Actually, I want to see how that looks. Oh, I never heard about that. Cool. Yeah, just, well, from years of tattooing, it's just one of those things that you kind of learn, or at least you should pay attention to. Because if you see a bunch of snake tattoos, anytime that the head of the snake rests within the coiling of the body, if you pull back and squint your eyes, it just looks like a mound of weird stuff. But as long as you have the head sticking out somewhere away from the coil, it reads as a snake. Same thing with dragons and stuff like that, like Asian style dragons. If you have the head resting on the inside, then you need to make it very, very clear. Because again, if you squint your eyes and look at the silhouette, it'll get lost. It's not like a hard, fast rule, but it's something that I picked up over the years of tattooing. I could actually move him a little bit more because I don't want that hair interrupting. I can actually have them kind of up in the page. Just a little bit more right here. That's in the safe zone still. And I can bring Nito's hair down a bit. Or I can bring it up. Out like that. And then I can get rid of that spike. Alright, now I can draw in the giant in the background. I gotta bring up his stuff. There he is. I like his outfit. It's just like a big frumpy robe. Because his whole deal is that whenever he goes into town, because he's so big, he crouches down and pulls the robe over top himself, so he just looks like a very, very, large, rotund person. But he's actually, like, scooting along, almost on, like, his butt and his feet. And he pulls his hood forward, pulls his bottom part of the hood up, so you can't really see his face. Yeah, it's his arms hidden on the inside. Actually, his robes are pretty loose. Those are just straight black all the way down. That'll be good. That'll kind of push out that shape a little bit. Hey, Tempest. I gotta get my coffee out of the way there. I keep missing people that pop in. Let's see, and how is his robe? His is... His is more like this. Yeah. And it collapses in on itself and comes back around. And this is way bigger. Way bigger. Like that. that. Alright, cool. And then he's got his mark. Solid. Yeah, I kind of try to go for like as if this is like an old NWA style poster, and you're like passed out in the middle of a back alley, and all the characters kind of like just happen upon you, kind of poking and prodding at you. Oh, the video was interrupted. Oh, bummer. Okay, let's try that. Okay, looks like the Facebook one died out, unfortunately. Yeah, Facebook is glitchy as fuck. Let's zoom back in here on the giant. There we go. He's got some dark eyes, plus he's got his little weird dots beneath his eyeballs. Alright, Lady Celtic Moon, thanks for popping by, hanging out. Hopefully you'll pop by again sometime in the near future. let's get these guys lined in. I can turn that down. I can turn that down a little bit. That's too much. Okay, I have to clean up that hand a little bit more. her hands, I don't think I have anything in her fists. I don't think I have gloves on her. No, I don't. But she will be holding a rope and a lasso. Okay, that's actually behind those, so I can get away with that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Where's that red layer? Calm that layer down a little bit. There we go. Back up to the inks. Bring this out a little bit more. I just got getting more confident with just going in with the inks, get away from building up so much structure and stuff like that. Structure's great and all, but when it takes the majority of your time, Slows everything down. I can actually cut this hair back a little bit more. It doesn't have to be right down to the mouth. Just give her a little bit of a smirk. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I've been watching this manga artist. Who is it? Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to look it up. But man, so good, so good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah, they just attack everything with a pen. Akihito Yoshitomi. Freaking ridiculously good. Just a little bit. I'll just leave it like that for now. I'll get to it later. That's fine, that's fine. Come on, seriously? Oh my god. Yeah, another one of the things I gotta get over is my preservation of line. I think too much about it. Just gotta kind of let it be what it is. If that makes sense. It's a little bit rugged, beat up and cut. Nope, that doesn't look right. check something quickly because I didn't. Now, if anybody's new on here coming in and checking it out, you can sign up to the mailing list, which is at www.kayascomic.com, and that'll get you access to the secret perk, which is I'm working on right now, and also an 8-page preview of the comic book. Ooh, Tony Bancroft Masterclass. That's cool. Alright, so nothing there. So close that. Hey, Clank Walker, how's it going? Yeah, I've been MIA for a while. But how have you been? Oh yeah, busy, getting the book underway, campaign's underway. We're in the last 13 days of the campaign. And now that I'm kind of like, the goal's been met, now I can actually focus on live streaming again, because there's a lot of back-end stuff that I end up having to do, emails and all that kind of stuff, and that literally ate up almost 2 weeks of time. Been alright, just came back from Hawaii, helped my mom get a house ready to rent. Oh, nice, nice. Must have been a nice little trip. Haven't been to Hawaii yet. Checking out the Indiegogo now. Oh, awesome. Yeah, check out the trailer with the music on. It helps. Okay, I gotta tone this green down a bit. It's a little too much. There we go, that's better. It's kind of messing me up. I was mostly there for work. It's lovely there, but good God. As a Southern California, the roads, they're driving me insane. Just like the road maintenance of it all, or just the way that everybody kind of like leisurely drives, or... Because I always find when This is a place that's somewhat isolated. They kind of just run on their own time. You know what? I actually gotta fix that hand a lot better. I don't like the way it's sitting at all. Winding roads, no concept of where north is at all. The speed limits there are super low. The sheer amount of one-way pass. Oh, I bet, yeah. Yeah, and everybody that lives there is completely used to it. Hey guys, video man, and we're looking at your streams when we're working on them before snapping through the Christmas. Oh, thanks. Yeah, finally got it all up and running. You know what? This hand is going to give me nothing but grief. I know it is. It's a flip. Yeah, I'm hoping to get this at least all outlined tonight, and then I can start the coloring on this for this weekend, and then I can hop back on doing the pages again. That's what I really want to get back to, because I got 30 pages done of the project. And right now the comic book stands to sit at 48 pages for the campaign, and if I hit some stretch goals, then it'll open it up to 56 and then 64. So no matter what, I want to get those 64 pages done. Let's bring this in a little bit more and see how that works. He's not jacked, he's wiry. Even after drawing for so many years, there's all these like little things that I'll pick up. It's like, oh, I never thought about that. And I think that works out. Let's get in here a little bit better. Classic. Drawing at this angle is weird. There we go. Let's fix all this up. Yeah. Alright, let's get back to my structure here. So it's drawn wacky without it. I will say there's one thing that I do hate is this, the recovery system thing. It jumps out every frickin' 5 minutes and just grinds everything to a halt. Grateful for it, but at the same time, it really disrupts the flow of drawing. think once I get this guy outlined, I'm going to probably take a break, go offline. I gotta cook something, and then I'll probably be back later on, either on my own stream or maybe on somebody else's. It is getting to be that time. Now let's pop back up here. It's too fluffy. Let's drop that red. Hey, what's going on there? Haven't seen you in ages, Joe. How you been? Just getting back from Asia. Oh, nice, man. Awesome. Spent a year there. Dope. Telling you I was going. Oh, man, I got a memory like a sieve. I can barely remember what I'm doing, let alone what other people are doing. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's news to me again. That's awesome, though. Whereabouts? Yeah, I got a buddy of mine, he's in Shanghai right now, teaching special effects makeup. Philippines, Japan, Singapore, Shanghai. Ah, full circuit. Wow, awesome. All of Asia, literally. My passport looks like a sticker book collection. Nice. Yeah, man, that must have been a blast. It was fun. Made some money while I was there. Ended up coming back to the US by Canada. Stayed with a friend for a month, and then made my son way to Oregon. Nice. Toronto is not friendly at immigrations. Did I have to? No, I didn't. I flew in country when I went through Toronto, so yeah, I didn't have to deal with that. It's at 5 right now, well, almost 6. Stayed in Winnipeg with a friend, then came back to the US. Winnipeg, ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I've only been through Winnipeg. Never enough to actually stop and take in the sights. The sights. Also known as be there long enough to get stabbed. Now, that. It was nice there though. Oh yeah, as long as you're not there for the winter, I think you're fine. And the summer. If you catch it in the spring, before all the giant mosquitoes kick in, it's tolerable. But in Portland, way too many people for me. Yeah, you caught me just as I was gonna sign out here. I was gonna take a break, make something to eat. Still might stay here though. Nice. Yeah, as far as I go, like, I think Vancouver is as far as I'm gonna be able to go. Okay, maybe I was just checking in with you. Yeah, I might be back on later on. I gotta find out. I might be streaming with some other people. Not 100% sure right now, but I gotta make something to eat. So, I gotta sign out. Have to let people know I'm still alive. Yeah, totally. But yeah, just want to thank everybody that popped on, hung out for a bit. Just let everyone know that there was 13 days left on the Indiegogo campaign, and I'll just put the link up in here. That way anybody who's watching this later on can click on that. And if you want to sign up to the mailing list, you can go to www.kayascomic.com, and that'll take you to the mailing list where you can get an 8-page preview of the comic and also access to the secret perk, and that's what I'm drawing up right now. And this is going to be a full color virgin cover, wraparound cover for the comic book, only available to email subscribers of the Indiegogo campaign. And yeah, until next time, like I said, I might be on later on, but I'll probably be on again tomorrow, since I'm down to the last wire on the campaign, trying to get online as much as I can. But until then, peace out, everybody.